There is a cricket outside, and I don't know if that sound is gonna come through, but I guess we'll see. Sup, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I should actually say welcome back to myself because I haven't been here in a minute. I haven't shot a sit-down video in so long, and there are a lot of reasons for that perhaps we'll get into in another video. Maybe. So this one's going to be a quick one. I think I've been thinking about how in love I am with just short, to the point, quick videos. And this one is, as the title suggests, a background on sweater weather. And although as the channel is growing, I am going to get into more deeper analysis of some of my pieces, but I think this is one of those poems that really doesn't need much analysis, or at least doesn't have much to decode. It's a very short poem, it's a very simple one. It's actually one of the simplest poems that you'll find in the new book, a little book promo, of Toxic Love and Growth. Link is in the bio. And yeah, I think it's a very personal poem. That much I will say. Personal in the sense that I wrote it thinking about myself. It was a very, I think in this particular sense, if we're speaking of speaker versus poet, I am both, and I am the person who's also being spoken about in the poem. Anyway, without getting too deep about it, the premise of the poem really is built on how long distance relationships work, and just how you navigate yourself in those spaces and how you feel. I tried not to dwell too much on the sadness, but it's really prevalent. It's really prevalent in the poem, in how sad this girl feels and how sad her significant other is. So anyway, the title of the poem is inspired obviously by the neighborhood song of the same name. And so the story is basically like a scenery, like a little scene that I'm trying to paint of this couple who are obviously millions of miles away from each other, can't see each other every day, and the only place, so to speak, that they can meet, like physically meet each other, is in their dreams. And basically the scene is this girl is about to go to bed, and she puts on her boyfriend's sweater, and because it smells like him, and it's just this one thing that still retains the essence of his physical being, she wears it every day to sleep so that she dreams about him, or that she goes to sleep thinking of him. So it speaks from the significant other's point of view of being so aware that I know that my significant other thinks of me so much that every night this is sort of like a ritual. There is a cricket outside, and I don't know if that sound is gonna come through, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, just the first stanza really is to point out how deep their love is, how passionate it is, and just to give a glimpse into what the dreams are about, and also to point out how short-lived a night's worth of being together is, because obviously we only eat together in the subconscious. But yeah, it's so romantic and we love dreaming about it. And however sad the experience of dreaming of a significant other you can't wake up to is, it's still an appreciated experience. The second stanza really delves into talking more about this poem, and this is really where I'm writing about myself, because the way that I describe the girl is the way that I've heard other people describe me, and yeah, it's a description that I actually accept of myself as well, using words like smartass, wild and free, an old, a cultured soul, and then just really just signing off the poem with the lines, when she misses me, she puts on my sweater. And I often do this because I'm a very small person, so most people's sweaters are often baggy on me, and I wear them like this. Shout out Ariana Grande. And yeah, I think one of the best parts about wearing somebody else's clothing, especially somebody that you love, is how you can smell them. Like everybody has a distinct like scent that leaves their clothes, that stays on their clothes, and it's really just about me appreciating that fact. Yeah. So I think what inspired this poem really was because I wrote it during lockdown, and just thinking about how people were navigating their relationships, especially if they didn't live together or the lockdown happened and they were not together, and now having to keep the flame alive even though you guys are far away from each other. Just that being in that space of missing your significant other and just longing for them, just longing for them, especially on the cold nights, or especially on the days that you guys would often meet or be together, and dreaming about them every night, which makes you it makes you happy that you saw them in your dream, or that because you wouldn't be dreaming about anybody else. But at the same time, it makes you sad because when you wake up, they're not there, and it's just like But yeah, it's a very simple poem. It's one of my very straightforward poems. I think I have been trying to write a lot more poetry that is like that, that's not too metaphorical, that's easy to understand, doesn't need too much decoding. Because my writing is getting very open and very straightforward, and so this is one of those poems in the book that outlines that, or where we see that happening. But yeah, if you liked this poem and would like to read more of my stuff, both of my books are in the description below, or the links are in the description below. But if you're not one for reading and would rather listen or watch a poem video, I have some stuff up here and down there that you can click on, and check out my YouTube channel. Like this video if you like this video, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, I see what you're doing and I like it. But thank you for watching this video. Please check out the rest, like I said, and I will see you next time. I'm gonna try and shoot a lot more sit down videos like this, and there are some ideas in the scrapbook about other things, other new things that I want to bring to the channel as well. But yeah, we'll see how that goes and whether or not my degree allows. But we'll see. Thank you for joining me. My name is RB.